Here we have the outside of the auto sleeper symbol. As we move along, we will firstly come to the gas tank fill point. If we push in, twist round, we can then pop the cover off. And our UK fillers just slide over the top of this section here, and then it's just a matter of holding onto a lever, twisting it round, and then pulling that lever towards you to lock it onto the side of the van. And then we just hold a button down and pop in as many litres as we want, or we just wait for it to click off exactly the same as a fuel pump would. We then just release the lever, we will get a small backdraft of gas, twist it back round, and then pull the nozzle back off. The bezel part in the centre here is to take the continental adapters to view how much gas is in the gas tank. We do need to come to the dash, and you'll see the gauge just here. This can only be viewed when the engine is running. You will start off with a red light, and then depending on how much gas is in the tank, green lights will appear, and then as you use the gas they will go back out again until we end up with just a single red light again, letting you know you need to be filling it back up again. Next we have water into the van, so we can either top the fresh water tank up with a hose pipe just here, or if we want to, we can slide this bit up here, and then we can use a submersible pump. So we just need a water container, something similar to like an aqua roll, and then all we do is drop this into the water container and then plug it in just here, slide down just here, and then we just need to turn the 12 volt on inside and then go into the settings menu and then turn on the external water pump. We then have the flue for the Truma boiler just here. We do not need to do anything with it, we just need to make sure that nothing is obstructing it. And then beside this we then have external TV and satellite points and an external 12 volt plug-in point. Here we have the mains hookup point. Just remember that when removing the hookup that you push down on this blue lever just here. Underneath the van we have the fresh water drain point and the grey water drain point. And if we look right underneath the van, we will then see the gas tank, which is located just here. You can isolate the gas completely off. At this point here, you'll see the flap on the bottom. If you undo that, this front faceplate will come off, and then you will find underneath this a brass knob, which is exactly the same as you would find on a propane bottle. You can then turn the gas on and off just here. The gas does not need to be turned off for travel. We then have the vents for the fridge. They do come with winter covers, so we have two. So if you are using the van in extremely cold climate, these can be popped on. We basically just hook it on at the bottom first and then just clip it into place, and then do exactly the same for the top one. The fridge will then only vent at the lower points just here, thus holding some heat in and running more efficiently in cold climate. Do not leave these on in the summer months, or otherwise the fridge will just overheat and again will not work properly. We then have the spare wheel, which is just hung underneath the van. You'll see the wind point just there. So in the jack and wheel brace kit, there's a bar, and that bar attaches to the wheel brace, and then you can wind the wheel down. We can also check the tyre pressure just here, and if it needs topping up, we can also attach an airline just here and pump it up. As we now move round to the rear, we have the reverse camera up the top and the tow bar just here. And if I open up the rear doors, we have the freestanding table, and the location of the Thetford toilet cassette. To remove, just lift up on the blue lever and pull towards you. Before use, remove the blue cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. These cassettes also empty from here as well. Just remember that when you pour it away, to hold the blue button in here just to release the vacuum. It is also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone based lubricant is okay. This is a nice easy way of giving the cassette a good clean. If any debris gets wrapped around the float mechanism inside, giving you a false reading, you can remove it just here to give it a good clean. All of these cassettes now come on wheels with a pull-up handle. As we now come round to the other side, we have the external barbecue point. So the adapter is still attached at the moment with a cable tie, so remove it and you'll see this rib section here. Slide the hose of the barbecue over this and secure with a Jubilee clip. This end here can plug where my finger is here, which will then allow you to turn the gas on. To remove, just push on the collar, push it up, and it will pop back out. We then have the two-lay roll-out canopy and the electric step. This operates just here. This will also automatically retract when you start the engine. We also have here awning light and the lights that illuminate the step part inside. Diesel fill just here, cap undoes on the ignition key, and then AdBlue top up just here. It will let you know when you need to top your AdBlue up on the dash. Tyre pressures just here, and then we have the Alco air top-up suspension just here. At the moment they are completely empty and will need to be topped up. Anywhere in the green is acceptable. They're exactly the same as a car tyre, so it can be pumped up on an airline or using a foot pump or a hand pump. The bags are on both rear suspension points. The jack and wheel brace is located underneath the passenger seat, just here in its own box. The vehicle battery sits underneath the floor of the cab, and then bonnet release is just here.